Well, before we start, I want to bring something from my home church and this church. So before we begin, I want everybody to talk to their shoulder partner real quickly about the message I'm going to speak with you about today. So how can God's forgiveness last forever? So real quick, before we start, 1 minute, just talk with your shoulder partner about that. Real quick. Again, the question is, how can God's forgiveness last forever? All right, I'm going to stop everybody there real quick, and I'm going to begin. So, it's on the board. I'm going to be talking to you guys about monumental love and forgiveness and how God's forgiveness will go with you wherever you go. So the first Bible verse I'm going to talk about is, how great is the Lord's power? It's absolute. So can I get that up there, Delaney? Yeah. How great is the Lord's power? It is absolute. So for that one, it's deep. It's deep, right? So his power is absolute. It lasts forever. So for that one, it's such a powerful force in our lives, knowing that God is always with you and his power is working through you. His power is with you always. For that one, the point is really just be the light in somebody's darkness. Be the power. Let the power of God work through you. And he works in miraculous ways. You never know. Sometimes there's somebody that will put a smile on your face by making a joke. Or they'll just give you a pat on the back and tell you you're doing a good job. But God's, can I keep it up there, Delaney? I still want it. Thank you. But his power is absolute. It works in weird ways, but it's always with you. That was, I think, Tuesday's Bible point. I'm going kind of out of order here. But the next Bible point we learned, and I want to review, is your unfailing love will last forever. You're supposed to say he's an awesome God. He's an awesome God. Thank you. Okay, that's better. So for this one, who knew VBS points could be so touching? But for everyone, what was I going to say? No matter the sin, knowing that God will always love you and his love will last forever and his forgiveness is absolute. No matter what you do. I had a hard time grasping this at first, knowing that even if you do the biggest sin, even if you're the worst person in the world, God is still in your heart. He's in here. So for all of us, sometimes we have heavy weights on our lives, something we can't forget about. It's just stuck in here, but you got to know that God's love lasts forever, and he's always going to be in here in your heart. So verse 3 was, for the God, your Lord, is with you wherever you go. He's an awesome God. There we go. Okay. So sometimes you get a new job, you'll experience new things, and you need to know that God is with you wherever. Even if you just get fired, God is with you, and he does everything for a reason. When one door closes, another one opens. So I remember there was a time a few years ago during COVID where I was like, how can God do this? We were locked down, stuck in our rooms. Why is God doing this? What's his purpose? But then I realized that everything happens for a reason. And I think that was a wake-up call, COVID for everybody. The things we needed most, our family, our friends, it became things that mattered most during COVID. And then we all went back and everything went back to normal. And I feel like sometimes the things that we love are moving further away from us, and God gives us wake-up calls sometimes. But you gotta know, wherever you go, if you're traveling to a new place, you're going somewhere, new job, new friends, new work, God is there. I'll tell you, he's an awesome God. Thank you, Kainoa, in the back. The God is with you wherever you go. And then the fourth point I'm going to go over, I'm convinced that there is nothing that can separate us from God's love. Awesome God. There we go. We got better. Okay. I'm saving the best for last here. So God is just he's not a concept. God is there. He's up in heaven. And we need to know that. God will always be there with you, and nothing can separate you. If you sin, he's still there. If you do something bad, he's still there. But I'll explain it to y'all like we're in VBS again. God is in your heart. You know that. But whenever you do bad things, God is still there. The light bulb is still on. We did this demonstration for the kids during VBS on Thursday with the light bulb. I don't think it works anymore. If you look, does it work? The light bulb?
You keep preaching and I'll just...
Okay, yeah, so we did the demonstration with the light bulb. So whenever you sin, so turn the light bulb on for me. Yeah. It's on. And then you sin, it goes out for a second, but guess what? It still comes back. The light is always gonna go back on, because God is always there with you in your heart. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah. So, thank you. You can also think of him like a candle. So the candle melts, the wax melts down, the candle burns out, but guess what? You can still relight the candle, and the candle can still go back on. And Jesus' love is like that. This verse, I don't have it up there, but it's Luke 6:37. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. God's forgiveness is infinite, and it will last a lifetime. So as long as you're kind to others, you understand that God's forgiveness is absolute, and you love everybody, God is always going to be with you, and you're going to end up in heaven. But I'll leave you with this. Remember, God is here in your heart. He's not leaving you anytime soon. He's always going to be there. Whenever you sin, whenever you do something bad, whenever you do something amazing, God is always there. But thank you, guys. I appreciate it. An awesome God, yeah.